Next time Spartan Stadium will see some use will be the 1st of September in 2007. There will be a new coach here and hopefully a new start for the Spartan football program after 3 years without a bowl bid. The last game of the John L. Smith era at home started great, but didn't end the same way. The emotion of senior day was almost too much for some of the 16 players ready for their last game at Spartan Stadium, but for a couple of them, their favorite individual memories were still to come. When Minnesota was forced to punt early, Brandon Denson got in for the block. After a scramble, it was senior Kyle Beltink who got on the ball for the score.
And a couple younger classmen, just kind of bobbled the ball, and I think they actually picked it up and handed it to me. I don't remember how it went, but it was a great feeling, on senior day, going out, having my first career touchdown.
The Gophers turned it over on downs in their own red zone next, but when Drew Stanton tried to punch it into the end zone, he came out with a busted bucket. The helmet wasn't the only thing to sustain damage. Drew complained of dizziness. He was done for the day. MSU turned it back over on downs, but Cliff Ryan and Otis Wiley smothered Amir Penix for a safety.
Yeah, it's been a while since I scored any points on the offensive side of the ball since like high school, but senior day, you had a lot of emotion. I teared up in the beginning because, I invested 5 seasons here, made a lot of lasting friendships, had a lot of experiences. I just wanted to, get my all and come out on top.
Because of Stanton's injury, Brian Hoyer was forced into duty before the end of the first quarter. He led the offense down to the Minnesota 3-yard line, but then tried to force a ball into Matt Trannon. Dom Barber made the interception, and the pendulum was heading back toward the Gophers. They marched the ball 80 yards, and backup tailback Jay Thomas finished the job with a 3-yard score, just enough speed to beat the pursuit to the corner. The lead was down to 2 points, and then came the backbreaker play on the next MSU drive.
Shotgun snap to Hoyer, feeling some heat. Hit, the ball is loose. It's going to be scooped up by one of the down linemen. He'll go all the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
The Gophers would add a field goal and took an 8-point lead into the locker room. Brett Swenson got the green and white back within 5 on the opening sequence of the third quarter. But Brian Cupido had been setting up the MSU defense for the next dagger. Almost all the pass routes were to the outside to that point. But Ernie Wheelwright went to the middle of the field, and he took it 37 yards for what turned out to be a killer score. Nothing left in the bag for John L. Smith in this one. Brandon Fields reared up from punt formation to look deep for T.J. Williams, but couldn't connect on the pass. That unfortunately left the defense in an exposed position at midfield. 3 plays later, Cupido not only became Minnesota's all-time leading passer, he ended any chance of an MSU comeback with a 41-yard scoring strike to Logan Payne, pushing the lead to 31-12. Hoyer continued to sling away. His numbers were actually pretty good, too. 26 for 50 for 330 yards. That's the best total for a Spartan quarterback this year, and close to a top 10 all-time performance in a single game.
Drew came over, too. They just say, you got to shake it off and, get right back at it. And, those two saying that really helped because, you get thrown in that situation, you throw 2 picks, you aren't feeling too good about yourself. But, they reminded me that, you just got to worry about the next play, take what they give you, and, it really worked out.
Hoyer's day was helped by senior performers at wideout. Kerry Reed caught a career-high 11 balls for 147 yards, and Matt Trannon moved into second place in all-time receptions, capping it with a 26-yard touchdown. But once again, it just wasn't meant to be for MSU. 31-18 the final, and the seniors were left to contemplate their careers without one last home win. Short of burying your uniform out there in the field, you couldn't have left anything more out there today, could you?
Nah, I don't think I could have, man. I played pretty hard today, and just things like this happen. So just gotta try to not dwell on it and move on.
We want to thank the fans who did come out, and the families of all the players that show their support, game in and game out. The true fans that are really there for us.
Yeah, they haven't given up on this program, and I don't believe anybody should. We're going to keep fighting, and we have next game and next year, so we have to look. We have to be positive, and good things are going to happen in the future, and I can see them coming. So just got to keep working hard and keep playing.
Now with the head coach of the Spartans, here's Associate Athletic Director John Lewandowski.
Thanks, Dave. Coach, in many ways, this home finale was kind of a snapshot of the entire season with the missed opportunities early.
Well, yeah, what we have to do is put it in the end zone early on. We block one and get it in the end zone, and then we take it down to the 1 and have an opportunity and don't get it in, and get a safety out of that. But it's not like getting 7. And then we get it down there again, and can't get it in. But yeah, it was just opportunity. Opportunity was there. It was opportunity to take, probably take a 3-touchdown lead, and then it didn't happen. So from there on out, it was a struggle. And then Drew got hurt, as we all know. He had to leave the game, and Brian came in. I thought did a real good job. I thought he led the offense and showed some composure and showed a good arm and did some real good things. But we have to play as a complete unit. We let some things come loose as far as the play action. Bringing pressure and not getting the guy covered, which is kind of the story, of our season as well. So it was a combination. The team just didn't. We just all didn't get it done when we had the opportunity to do it.
Made Brian's job difficult too. The fact that the offense kind of became one-dimensional because the running game really had a difficult time getting established today.
Exactly. We didn't come off the ball and push anybody to where we could establish anything there, and even. Ringer to the outside wasn't working, and JU up the middle wasn't working. So we were not getting off and getting a hat on people like we should have and pushing them off the line. So, and we ended up having to throw it all of the time. So you're exactly right. Now you have to protect him, and that becomes a little bit of a problem at times.
Brian winds up throwing for 330 yards. You had 2 receivers over 100 yards today with Reed and Tran. Talk about their play today.
Well, I thought both of them hung in there and played well. I thought Brian played real well as well. And you get in a situation where you've got to throw it, and you're bound to have somebody get some yards. But they stayed in and they continued to fight and made some good catches. I was pleased with Tran in particular. I thought he made some legit catches today, which was good to see him do that.
Defensively in his final home game, David Herron had 10 tackles, really got after it. In fact, he and Caleb Thornhill, your 2 linebackers, both combined for 19 stops on the day. They had a fine day.
Yeah, both those guys are good football players, and David is just steady as a rock and solid all year long, as is Caleb. Caleb comes out from time to time because of the injury and things like that, but they're steady guys and continue to fight. So I'm very proud of them. I'm proud of all our seniors, and I feel bad for them that they didn't get a win and get to leave the stadium the way they would like on a positive note. But they're classy guys, and they're going to be classy here on out. They've got good character, and we're going to continue to come in and practice hard and get ready for Penn State and finish this thing up the way we should.
Penn State, difficult place for Michigan State to win. Haven't won there since 1965. Nice way to put an end to a difficult season.
Well, yeah, we're going to come back, and like I said, we're going to come in tomorrow and get to work and start battling back and see if we can't go in there and get a win. So we're going to throw all the caution to the wind.